Happy Friday, Tori.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you this Friday?
Oh,
Not ready for that question?
well, it's been a heavy day. But
is that something we're going to get into at the end of the video?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the light fluff up front. So usually we start with like what we're wearing, if there's any FLF designers, and I can start us off. So
yes.
I am wearing, and y'all might have to cam me or I'll have to turn my interface on, but I know the hair is Analog Dog because I love my big fluffy hairs, and that's a favorite of mine I've had for a while is Analog Dog. I want to say it's V. The hair is called V. Then
it appears to be.
Yeah. And then I have a necklace from Yummy. So, and I haven't gotten to wear this one yet. It's like the Lovebirds or something, I think it's called.
Yeah, the Lovebirds layered necklace.
Yeah, we got that at the Flifty. Then
looks great. Rigged necklace.
Rigged, yes. And then the armbands are Michon. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Michan.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. But these are like I think I want to say the tiara armbands, I think.
You would be correct.
Yeah, and they're rigged as well.
Yes.
Trying to remember the rings. Are there rings? I might have to turn my interface on for that one. I don't remember which designer that is, or if they're FLF. You probably can't click the rings, right?
I can't click the rings. I'm trying.
So the rings, gosh, I'm trying to jog my own memory. I cannot be sure at the moment. So I'll have to circle back to that. But the dress is Rosemary. I was very excited about. Sorry, yes, Rosary. It's a Friday, you know. People are gonna cut me a little slack. Rosemary, and I said it wrong again. Rosary, and I know this because you're laughing at me. I wouldn't have caught it again had you not started laughing at me. I'm glad I can give you a chuckle right out the gate.
I am too. I appreciate you.
You need the laugh, I'm sure.
I do. Gosh.
So this is Rosary, and I forget what the dress is called, but maybe you can tell me. But I went looking. I was looking for dresses for some role play event we were in, and I just fell in love with this one. I said, "Fuck the role play event. I'm just gonna dress this way because I want to."
It is the Paradise dress.
Paradise.
It's amazing on you.
Oh my god, I love this dress.
Absolutely great.
And so I love anything that has like the juicy boobs involved. I love that little push, and I just love the way this hugs me. So
yeah,
I love the little ruffle. I love the way it hugs. I love the way it opens in the front, and you'll see more of it as we go from stop to stop because the skirt pulls out so nicely on the floor that I just fell in love. And then the shoes, I believe, are also Rosary. I think I got them from the last FLF, I want to say, or the FLF before it. I don't remember, but they're Rosary also. So I just fell in love with this. I put it on last weekend, and I told you I'm not taking it off.
Yeah.
So I just love this dress too much. And of course I got the fat pack, so it's got prints, it's got solids. So you may be seeing this dress more in different prints, but I just went for this one because it was very like, I don't know, tropical / Caribbean to me. And so I wore it with a mask to the roleplay event, and the mask just was beautiful. It went with the flower on the dress, the big red flower.
Yeah, it matched super well.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. So
both thematically and color.
So I took it off for the video. I might put it back on, but you know, I took it off just because, you know, I wasn't attending a masquerade. So so that's me. So what do you have going on?
Well, I had to match you, of course, because I like to. However, that of course severely limits my options. So I'm wearing almost no FLF stuff. Sorry to say.
I love your look. Like when I finally looked in SL because you had TP'd me and I hadn't looked yet, I just was feeling it. So I feel like, is this a new hair for you or one that you don't wear often? Like, what is this?
This is a new hair for
me.
See? I wanted to get a different hair. I wanted something that was a bit, you know, messier and fuller to go with this look, because I mean, you've got a pretty big hair on.
Yep, this is my favorite big hair.
And I love your big hair. And so, yeah, I wanted to big hair it up as well. So this is, I think, a newer offering by No Match.
Uh-huh.
It's not exactly a new release, but it's one that I hadn't seen before anyway.
Yeah,
So
this looks great.
I picked that up.
Your glasses are very smart. They're smart,
Yeah.
but they're like tourist smart.
These are Zoom glasses.
Uh-huh. I love Zoom.
And I thought with the colors we're wearing, I thought the turtle shell sort of pattern would look good there. Tortoise shell.
Yeah.
This outfit is by LePont and Buschild.
Oh, okay.
It's one that I have worn before, though not with this print, I don't believe.
Oh, this is a fantastic print.
Yeah. So it is the Swear Jet set, both the shirt and the chinos.
Chinos.
And
And the shoes?
they're also L&B Swear shoes.
Nice.
These are the monk strap shoes. So while I don't have it much fliff worn, that's just because I knew I had an outfit that closely matched your patterning, but it wasn't by Fliff Creator, so
Gotcha.
I just caved and went with it. It isn't what I wore to the RP event because this would not at all be appropriate there.
Nope. Yeah. So,
But
that's
yeah,
great.
you look amazing, and yeah.
Okay, well, now it's time for my internet window. So I'm going to bring that up, and hopefully I left it tabbed on the right thing. I did. Okay, so I went over to the featured news, which is what we were talking about earlier, which was also amusing. But I went to the featured news, and then I always look at what's like the last thing they post, or if there's something that was interesting, that they posted through the week that might be about Second Life news or whatever. And so I decided to go with what was posted today, which was highlights from the destination guide. And you and I have talked about going to places on the destination guide, but what we did not discuss was how.
To navigate the destination guide.
So you went, and I thought, based on where we are, and I wonder if our viewers would agree if I pull back, based on where we are, it looks like we might be at the first destination on the destination guide on the page that I'm showing. But in reality, we are not. So you ended up going to the destination guide and clicking around and finding a place that just so happened to really look like the first place on this post, but it's not the same place. So I think it's because it's one of those happy trees, right? From Happy HDP or something like that. It's one of the trees I would use in HPMD, right? It was one of the trees I used to use in Unity until we replaced them with trees that were one-click change. And so I recognized the tree. So I saw the tree here. I saw the tree in the post. I'm like, great. You already went to featured news, like we said. You picked the first destination. Great. Way to be right there. And then I'm like, wait, but this isn't anywhere on this post.
Yeah, because we had never discussed how you navigate the destination guide, and I had a little extra time before you got home, so I was trying to get everything situated.
Oh, you did so good.
And I just poked into the destination guide, and I looked at that starting window where they show like a little photo preview, and I just clicked through the 5 tabs of their previews, and I was like, that one looks pretty, I'll go there. And that's where we are. And
initially I thought we were somewhere on our own sim.
Yep.
Because we have lots of beautiful places that you've built for us, little nooks and crannies. And so I thought this was one until I realized, hey, wait, this is not on our sim. And it's also not on the destination guide that I'm looking at. But it's what mine, like I said, I don't look at the destination guide itself, whereas you did. I'm looking at highlights from the destination guide on the featured news. So anyway, you have picked a lovely location that just so happened to match perfectly with the post by Strawberry Linden.
So this is called Eternal Retreat.
And we are linking it in the description, so if anybody wants to come check it out. I'm going to cam back a bit farther. It's very pretty here.
It is, and notably, the Sim Surround is a Sim Surround that we have used.
See, this is why I felt like we were at home. Because it's very familiar to me.
Now, it's not the one that we are currently using, I don't think. Maybe it is. I can't remember. I thought we said.
I don't remember. I don't think it is.
But
we've been through a few surrounds.
We used it on Heartwood Park. I know.
Okay.
So
on this, let me pull this back up on my screen. But so on this highlights from the Second Life destination guide, Strawberry Linden is talking about relating it to Valentine's Day being a few weeks away. So she says, grab your date and head over to one of these romantic spots on the destination guide. So that's so the destination guide is already thinking Valentine's. So of course, you know, there's going to be like nice romantic kind of pretty places. So the post goes down the list with a lot of different, like there's Hypnotic Romance, Love Valley, Love Garden, Romantic Ballroom, and some other places to go.
Now this place, I would also argue, has some very lovely like romantic type spots, even though it's not explicitly for that.
What's funny at the end of Strawberry's post is she actually posts the Actually Love Dating Agency.
Wow.
So it says the Actually Love Dating Agency is a place to hang out, chill, and maybe meet someone special. They have ad boards, games, and a hangout area. Place your personal ad for one Linden and find the one you actually love. Actually Love is inclusive and LGBTQ plus friendly.
Nice.
So, or you could just, you know, be a stripper and maybe the right man will walk through the doors.
That sometimes happens.
Sometimes does, right? Anyway, so that's the highlight from the destination guide. There's no breaking SL news this week. I know we talked about the Firestorm viewer last week and previously, you know, new releases and fun new features in Second Life, but there's none of that today, just destination fun.
Now, I am going to post you a quick snapshot of where I thought about us starting, but decided to come here instead. This is on the same sim.
You want me to show people?
Yeah.
So let me open it in my browser.
Yeah.
And it's opening now. And this is where you want it. This is on what sim? What sim is this? On the one we're on?
Yeah.
How is this on the same sim we're on? Like, this looks like it's like Trailer Park Sim or something.
Yeah, well, it's got a picnic area, and the picnic table, they spelled out "I love you" with French fries, which I thought was amazing.
Isn't that a junk food thing? Because I feel like we have that. I feel like we own that.
I'm pretty sure we do have that, and that is half deer, actually.
Oh, see, well, I would say close enough. Because I know it's
close.
A place. Whenever I see fun food things, I think of junk food at first. And now junk food is not a FLF designer, right?
No? They are not a FLF designer, but Half Deer is.
Half Deer is, yes.
Yeah.
So, and not that we can't talk about non-FLF designers,
of course.
But junk food is a favorite of ours because hello, food. And then you've done some work for junk food.
A little bit. I helped out with one of their pie things once. Her schedule was a little too hectic for us to work on, I guess, a more long-term basis. Maybe someday she will. Basically, she kind of had ideas and needed the scripts for them like overnight, and it's like maybe pitch the idea ahead of time, and I can get something together, and we can test it and identify where there's issues, because no script works perfectly the first time, and but yeah, we appreciate Latte and all the things that she does. That's the junk food creator.
Yes. Okay, so let's look at Seraphim because it's want to get started with our FLF. So we have Anna Banana has posted, always the real deal, always 50 Linden Fridays.
Always the real deal, always 50 Linden Fridays.
And it looks like MIA might be Modulus, but I wonder if she looked under the stairs, and vinyl. So, but I'm looking at the little pictures. So how many sponsors do we have?
We have one sponsor.
Just one.
Uno. It is offline.
Look at you talking other languages. I'm like, huh. Did you sign up for Duolingo like I told you?
I did. I signed up for Duolingo for Spanish.
But you can pick other languages.
Look, I know, but
Who
That's one that I know that I can, but that's
like,
one that I would like to learn.
Look, Consuela, don't sass me over what language I want to learn. It's like, ooh, sorry, Tor.
Honestly, it would be the most useful language for me to learn because a lot of the people that I work with and try to help serve, that's their primary language. Mm-hmm. And it would help eliminate that language barrier that we have.
Yeah. So on Duolingo, I'm refining my Spanish because I'm not truly at like 100% fluent in Spanish. I feel like I'm most of the way there, but not perfect. And Portuguese, because I found out on 23andMe that I am mostly Portuguese, and German because I want to visit Wicca and Red in Germany.
Yeah.
So, and also because it amuses Wicca when I speak German. And I post my Duolingo results to her like she's my mom. Like, look, Wicca, look, I learned this many new German words and it's 98% accuracy. So she's amused by that. So, yeah, so we were talking about Duolingo the other day and I was like, you should sign up and we could be friends and then I can cheer you on. But we haven't friended there yet.
Yeah, we have not. So we'll have to do that.
I wonder how many of our viewers use Duolingo and what languages they learn. Maybe they'll tell us in the comments.
Maybe so.
All right. So
if they're not, they should maybe sign up.
Yeah. So it looks like a lot of fun stuff coming up on the FLF today. And so I think with that, are we good to get started?
Yeah, I believe we are.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, Tour. I know we are at Offline, our first sponsor.
Yes, we are.
And is it just what's to my camera?
Left and
right?
right.
Oh, both. Let me pull back. Oh.
Well, so it looks like they're all kind of the same. Related.
Yeah.
Well,
related items.
Shoes, which is not at all pictured in the portrait.
No, that's strange.
So they're shoes anyway on that side, but that's okay.
The shoes. So we've got shoes. So 50 linden per color. It looks like you can have them with the string like way up your calf versus down at your ankle.
Which is a nice option.
It is, because I don't ever understand how the rope stays up like that. I would always just tie it around my ankles. I have had shoes like this, and I try to tie them up, and it always pulls out my ankles.
Yeah.
So it might just be that my legs are too fat for them. I don't know. But I would think skinny girl would have the same issue.
I don't think so.
Okay. So how much for the fat pack on the Mila collection? Or the Mila shoes, I guess.
$1,200 for either the high strap or the low strap.
Okay. And then on the other side is the rest of the Mila collection. So 50 linen per color, and then fat packs are how much?
The fat packs are $1,300 for the outfit, $1,000 for the bags, and $1,200 for the gloves.
Okay, and this fits Maitreya, Freya, Hourglass, Legacy, Cooper, and Reborn.
That's a cute one. Yeah, I like that I like the gloves. Those long sleeve gloves.
Yeah. I
Don't
might
see
have
too
to
often.
pick that up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I think we are.
All right, Tour. We are having a good old time for sure.
We are.
We barely got started, and we are already laughing and cutting up in between teleports on black screen, but we're just gonna save that for us. We are at Ananas. So
we are at Ananas,
and they have Starbucks. Is that what I'm looking at? It's not, but it is.
Yes.
It's not, but it is. Yeah. So
true.
What is it called? Good morning. Make me some coffee.
Make me some coffee.
Well,
yes.
literally. Now, this is coffee you would absolutely make me, because I don't know about you, but my coffee does not look like that in the morning. But if it was up to you, it absolutely would.
Yeah, just thick and overflowing, and in a mug that's as big as you are. Yes.
Right. So I know you've absolutely encouraged me to make frappuccinos like a regular part of my day. It doesn't always work out that way, but this definitely makes me think frappuccino, because this would be more in line with that. So what are we looking at here? So it's just the three behind us.
So the two behind us.
Okay, that are closer to the FLF sign. Those are 50 each.
Yes, and the other one, the chocolatey one, is 65.
And then the fat pack?
The fat pack is, you can get all of them for 189.
Oh, okay. And this, is it, I mean, it's rigged? Because that was part of the, I was just alpha myself.
It's not rigged.
Oh, it's not?
So,
okay, well that makes it better. Because if it's not rigged, then I can move it around.
It doesn't, well, I shouldn't say that. It doesn't look like it's rigged to me. But I can't say that for certain.
I see an orange cloud of a person next to us, and so I'm curious. It actually reminds me, there's people who try to find us. I know there's one gal. Can you look at her? Look in the comments on the last video. There's one gal who tries to find us. Is someone talking? I see your hands.
No. Well, I'm just typing at them because they're cute.
No, I don't see them. I just see orange cloud. But there's someone who comes looking for us, and I don't know if they're in our group or not. No, the person went away because now I don't see orange cloud.
Yeah, I'll check. They were in the last video you said?
The comments in the last video, actually the last two, they've been trying to find us. And I've told anyone, I put this in the comments, and I'll say it again. Most of the time, and it's still accurate even now, we tend to get going with FLF like right before 6 p.m. SLT on Friday. Yeah. Because by the time it takes me to get home from work and feed my dogs and settle in and get all the pre-check and pre-video stuff done, it's usually about 6-ish when we get started. So, and like Pilia likes to say, she tells everyone, just go to the last stop and wait. Because that way, if we've already started, you're not going to miss us, because she knows we take so long at each stop talking that it's easy to catch us if you go to the last stop and wait. So, but anyway,
Supreme Lynx Hestia.
Supreme Lynx Hestia. I don't know what your avatar name is, Supreme Lynx. I don't know if she's ever listed it for us, but I'm giving you a shout out, and maybe we'll see you today, but I wouldn't know because I don't know what your avatar name is. So, yeah, so maybe next time you'll, I did leave a comment about trying to connect somehow, because we have our Friends of Blanche Farms group, and I've thought about just announcing there, like, hey, we're going FLFing, just to throw it out there to a bunch of people, but that's also like a muffins group, so I don't know that everyone would be like, okay, so, you know, like, why are you telling us that? But to me, that group is like our all-purpose, because literally Friends of Blanche Farms, that would be anyone whose friends are, you know, that's what the group that I've chosen to promote with our videos, because it's our group. So it's not strictly muffins only. Yeah. So maybe in between, I'll send a notice out to the group, because I know I've encouraged people to join that group if we're not friended up. So Friends of Blanche Farms. I have been meaning to make some kind of announcement somewhere that we're FLFing. So if people want to come video bomb like Pilia has in the past. And we've had Lark join us. Who else has shown up in our videos? Well, Mama Lala will crash from
We've
time
had
to time.
the Rennie sisters show up. But
they were the Hist. Rennie's their name. Hist, wasn't it?
Sorry, yeah.
It was Rennie and Hist. That was both of their names, right? I
Rennie
forget, because their last names changed. It's Rennie and Hist. Those are the sisters, but I don't remember their last name then.
Now they're Vincent,
but they were something else before.
Yeah, it's Hist and Rennie Vincent. Yeah. I don't know what their last name used to be.
So, and then they became our friends just because we would see them every time we FLFed, because they would FLF at the same time.
Yes. And they were also very enamored with your seat, which we should probably use again sometime.
I know, we haven't, and that's what got us Zipper.
Yeah.
And Barb rolling around in my couch. Mobile couch, mobile throne, that's what we called it. So
mobile throne, yes.
We'll definitely have to throw back to the mobile throne every now and again, because we haven't been using it, because I've been digging my outfits and my poses. So and I would not use it in this dress, because this dress is fabulous. So
yes, it is.
So anyway, we've been at Ananas long enough. I think it's time to move along.
Okay.
All right, I have sent the notice. So right before we teleported, I'm like, all right, let me send a notice to Friends of Blanche Farms and announce that we are FLFing, and challenge people to find us and throw the note card at them. So
FLFing.
We'll see what happens. All right, so where are we?
We're at Asteroid Box.
Asteroid Box. What do they have? They have a little top.
Very exciting. Yeah, they have a top. It's kind of an interesting one. Yeah. It's asymmetrical AF.
I like it. Is that what it's called?
No, I'm using the lingo that the kids do these days.
Oh, I see. You're not that much older than the kids. I am much older than the kids.
I am older than the kids.
You are, but I am older. Anyway,
yes.
We won't get into that debate, because we know you're just a baby. So, Luna, the Luna shirt fits my tray. Beliza, E-Body Reborn, so sold. Legacy Female, and Legacy Perky. And it's limited edition, retexture for 50 Linden Friday. It's only available today. So, and that's important to point out because that's been an issue of debate between me, us, and Mama Lala, as well as people in the group. You saw that one day when there was someone just flying off the handle in the FLF group about how, I mean, it was bad. And it was like, relax. Everyone was just trying to get her to take a breath. But
they lost their mind.
Yeah, so technically, the designers really only need to have it out on FLF, and they leave it out over the weekend because some choose to do that, just as a courtesy, or maybe they're too busy to pick it up, or whatever. So if you really want to be sure to catch the deals, you should try to do it Friday. But as you and I have encountered, fortunately, in most instances on the times when we have to do it Saturday, is pretty much everything is still out. Like, we have not run into things being taken down, but it's definitely within the designer's prerogative to take it down. And you and I would not give any shit about that, right? No. Like, if we get to it on Saturday, then we get what we get.
Yeah, I mean, we might be a little disappointed, but it would be on us. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be the designer's fault.
Right. Right. All right. So I was hearing some typing in local, so I'm assuming that's not at us because I'm not hearing you respond to anything.
No. Okay. It is not on us.
Okay. So is it 50 Linden per design?
No, you throw down 50 Lindens, you get all of those colors.
That's fantastic. I love that. Yeah. I'm getting it. Totally getting it. You know me,
absolutely.
I like an asymmetrical shirt.
I enjoy an asymmetrical too, and the stripe pattern is fun.
Yeah, I like that they did the hologramming on it too. Like that kind of like soft hologram on that one version. So yeah, I'm all about it. I'm sold. Just picking it up.
I look forward to seeing it on you.
Yep, I'm sure you will at some point if I remember to wear it. But I pick up so many things that just stack, in my inventory. Yeah. But as I shared before, I just go to the FLF group on Flickr and use it as my wardrobe.
It is pretty handy.
Most of the time I have that stuff. So as long as the vendor photos in there, I'm good. So they did the wardrobing work for me.
Very good.
So anyway, I'm going to pick this up and we better move along in case anyone is trying to find us.
Vámonos.
Oh God, really? Throwback to Mama Lala. I think you're going to mix it up tonight. All right, Tour. You are a very happy man right now.
I am a super happy man right now.
So tell the people why.
Yeah, we are at the Butterscotch and Torricelli weekend sale plaza, which is back in use apparently.
Yeah, I wonder why they did away with it.
I don't know, and maybe they realized, or maybe they heard about how it was just crazy cramped to try and shop the FLF deal in the stores themselves. Which was like they just kind of wedged it into the corner at the entrance, which was you could see the object, but it was very cramped. And look at this big plaza. They've got all this room and they can show all the deals, all of the FLF and the Saturday sale and the TMD and over on the other side you've got all of Torricelli's stuff.
And
it's fantastic.
Yeah, and when you're like, look at all the deals, I'm thinking, look at this guy in a Speedo right behind me. Look at him. He's checking out the boots. And I'm like, I wonder if he had a certain number of subscribers too. And his significant other made him wear a Speedo to go shopping.
Yeah, so he's modeling the Tobias boots for us.
Yeah. Is that his Tobias? I thought that's Tobias.
It could be Tobias. I don't see that name often, so I don't.
Yeah, you know me. I see a lot of names in my line of work. But
yours is probably correct.
Pretty sure that's Tobias. I'm just gonna check out this guy and his boots, but mostly his Speedo. But
yes,
I know you personally wear a Speedo much better because you would accessorize.
I need to actually do that photo set for you.
Yeah, you owe me a calendar. I'm waiting for my.
So I need to
year O Speedos calendar.
Yes.
I thought you've taken some pictures, right?
I have taken some pictures. I need to finish.
January's almost over.
I know. I need to get that
So
done.
this is going to be a 23-24 calendar then, right?
Yeah. It'll be this year. Yes. 23.
24. because January's almost over. By the time you get it done, January's done, and then that's 11 months.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
You know, some calendars, they go into the next year a little bit too.
Yes, some do go 16 months. I think the one I got you goes 16 months, but
that's true. You did get me a calendar. Well, you sent me one in real life, but I really want the one you were talking about in Second Life.
Yeah.
And actually, that one should be made into a real life calendar so I can enjoy it outside of school. Because you can totally do that. You can totally do that. That's what I want.
I don't know where you'd hang it, but you...
Oh, I would totally hang it in my area over here.
Okay.
I would absolutely hang it. That's not going to work, but I would absolutely hang it over here.
Well, then, yeah. I'll make that in SL and First Life.
Thank you. And then it's funny because I'm thinking now we should sell it and people might want up their very own tour calendar, tour and Speedos. But I know it's special to me. It's not something we're publicizing. So anyway. All right, so we've got boots for Tobias, boots for Butterscotch as the item.
Yes.
What do you think about these? Legay, Jake, and Gianni.
Did they do?
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
I already fucked it up, so I just called it Legay. Might as well. Okay, Legacy, Jake, and Gianni. What do you think about these boots?
I think they're fine enough that I had already bought the fat deck of these previously.
All right, very good.
And when I have worn them, they're excellent. I quite like them. I like that they give me an option for a boot that isn't like either laced or zipped. It's just it's wedge your shoe in there or wedge your foot in there sort of boot, and I like the wrinkling that it's got on the top.
This guy right here literally gives zero shits about changing with people around. He's changed outfits. He wasn't a Speedo, now he's absolutely naked. Hopefully he doesn't have his prim penis out, but we'll find out if he turns around. I'm not camming.
He does not, but don't check him out anyway.
No, he's got plenty of screen time already. There goes his little Speedo again. Well, that's a great choice, my friend. Keep that little Speedo on. That's the way to shop. All right, so then are we going to talk about Torricelli as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Since we're over here. So she's got... Okay, and I'm hearing the Gian ant panting, and we forgot our pets again. But we have to put that on the checklist, because we have to have our cat and our dog on at some point.
Good idea.
Anyway, so red leather jacket plus V-neck. And then the shorts, right? Black leather jacket and shorts. Am I looking at that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That appears to be correct, yes.
Still doesn't fit me. Lara, Legacy, and that's it. So, there you go. 50 linen for each.
It's a fun little look, though.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it. Back to the sale plaza for Butterscotch and Torricelli. I like this much better as well because it's just, I'm some personal space. I don't want to be wedged in a corner of somebody's store.
Absolutely.
So, well done. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, Tour. I am guessing we are at Celeste.
You guessed correctly.
All right.
You win a heart lounger.
I see that. I was like, you have sat me down. That's lovely. Again, it's got that nice little holographic stuff.
Yeah.
Effect going on. So we've got heart loungers, which are really cute. So 6 land impact, emissive and materials used, 12 poses, 10 colors. So 50 linen for all that. That's fantastic.
It's a great deal.
And then glossy heart glitter sheets. So they're 1.6 meter by 1.6 meters. So they're a square. 1 land impact, animated, red, pink, and black. And they're down here on the floor. And that looks great.
Yeah.
I love that. All right.
It is. I really like the glitter sheets.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they would be fun to decorate with. But yeah, the lounger is fantastic. It looks comfy. It looks unique too, which I like.
Yeah, it makes me think of the space that's our own private monarchy. Because I did use things on the floor to decorate with. And now that I have moved out of that extra room that was there, because I was hanging out, I love the space so much, I ended up making a room for myself over there, which I tend to do. But then I was like, we need to... I was doing that because the house that we were using wasn't like really conducive to me getting dressed in.
No, it wasn't.
And now I just dress on the front porch of our house. Sometimes I make it to the dressing room. Other times I just stand there naked in front of our house. But, you know, we have our own sim, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So
you're totally open to do that.
Free to go nude, and I know you don't object.
Mm-mm.
So, all right. But yeah, I'm going to pick both of these things up, and I assume maybe you will or have as well. But,
I have.
Okay. Are we ready to move along?
We are.
All right, Tour. You are illuminating the next destination and item.
Yes.
And we are at C'est la Vie, where it tends to be pretty dark. And,
yes, we are.
And she's got leggings. So these are the Savannah. Suna? Looks like Suna leggings.
Suna sounds right.
Yeah. So there are pliers for
That's how I would say that.
Slink, Maitreya, Beliza, Gen X, Legacy, and Omega, or System tattoo layers, which are bomb. So it basically works on everybody, every mesh body, and classic avatars. So it looks like they have 2 sets, number 3 and number 4, and then you buy the whole set. Each set is 50 Linden. You don't buy them in individual colors, right?
Yeah, so that would certainly be useful when you need like applier clothes.
Yeah, which I tend to. So
yeah, it does come up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up. I think it's gonna get loud in my house because my dogs are starting to whine. So I think it's a good time to move along, and thank you for illuminating the item.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Chatterbox store. My name is Consuela, and I'll be your sales associate today.
Oh, that's amazing.
You put us behind the desk. Why?
I know. Well, there were like 3 people that were cramped into the store or gathered around the FLF sign. So I was like, well, the back of the desk is open, so we'll
now
go there.
In my head, I'm like, may I interest you in one of our wide assortments of chatterboxes? We have one for every occasion, and I'm sure one of these will suit you perfectly.
Oh, Commoner should hire you. That's fantastic.
Right. I have worked retail.
Yeah, I can tell.
Not clothes, though. It was like a little shop in the mall, but it wasn't clothes. So, yeah. But yeah, that took me back. You put me behind the counter, and I'm like, all right, sales mode. Let's do it.
Yeah. So what does sales mode say about the FLF items?
So the FLF items, I have ones we've seen before.
Yes.
So that candle, I want to say we've seen at least 2 other times prior to now, the negativity shield. And the gratitude chatterbox we have as well. So because they're filling in the ones at the bottom because they were black. Like some of these boxes at the bottom of this wall O chatterboxes were black. So
none.
Or are they just repeating?
None since the last time that we shopped here.
I know, but it wasn't just one black square at the bottom before. Like there were a few black.
The last time we were here it was, but I agree that before that there were a few more.
Right. So, and we could go back to the videos to reference. We have proof. We have receipts. So,
we have receipts, yes.
Yeah. So we have bought both of these things already, but if you have not, here's your opportunity because like we were just saying, it may not be up all weekend. So if you missed your chance before, now you have another chance. Anyway, so I already know I have the whole Chatterbox collection, which is why I would make such an excellent saleswoman for them. And
yes,
I think I mentioned to you that I played Chatterbox in character. Did we talk about this on the video at one point where I was at a women's social in Gore, and they had 2 Chatterboxes out. One was Slumber Party, and I forget what the other one was. And we were answering these questions in character. Like that was a whole nother layer of Chatterbox. Like I've only ever used them at like my sets just to get people talking or laughing or what have you. I've never played them in character and never in Gore. Like it was hilarious.
That's really
so
cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and well done to the ladies who put that event on because it really was a lot of fun. So anyway, Chatterboxes can suit you in many scenarios, in character, out of character. They're a hoot. If you've never tried it, pick it up. 50 Linden is a deal. Sorry, still sales associate. Hello, my name is Consuela.
And they're even a perfect addition to your RP sim.
Apparently so. Yes, I can vouch for that. I've lived it. So anyway,
excellent.
Are we ready to move along? Check out for the day.
We are.
Punch out at the Commoner store.
Yes.
All right, let's move along.
Okay.
All right, Where are we?
We're at Dysfunctionality.
And is this couple going to sit down and model this couch for us? Are they together?
Well,
or
I
is
don't
he
think
just
they're
leering
together.
at her?
He was leering at the furniture, and
Oh.
she pushed past him and started jumping all over it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the antique couch and chair Fliff Valentine version. So I wanted to land impact, and it says single pastel pink colorway. That's an unusual word. Of both the set. No texture HUD included. Right, because it's just pink.
Yes.
Antique couch is PG, 2-land impact. The chair is also PG. Solo, and the antique chair solo. Adult version not included, nor sold separately at this time. So if you wanted adult, you were out of luck on this item. It's just special color.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's a lovely chair and couch combo. And I like the little heart pillow.
Yeah, that's cute.
Fun.
That's cute. It'd be more fun if it was adult.
Could be more fun if it was, but it would also be more fun if it had other colors as well. But this is
for
what's
50 at Linden.
Available.
You get the
for
set.
50 Linden.
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
It is a very good deal. All right, so have you picked it up?
I have.
Of course you have. All right. Are you ready for the next?
Yep.
All right, Tour. I knew where we were as soon as we landed because I know this building. It's Elikatira, but at the same time, they also have the flip sign you like.
They do, which I always prefer this.
The ombre kind of sign. Right?
Well, I like the purple one. The ombre one confuses me, actually.
Oh, it's the other way around. But this ombre one was first. And then because I've known Fliff for a long time. And then this purple one has been more consistent of late.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Yeah,
so
but I always look for the purple one.
Gotcha.
And then the stores that have the old one, I get lost and confused, and I have to summon you, and you're like, it's over here, Tour. Next to the Fliff sign, the big one that you can't see because it's not the right color.
Yeah, but you also get, lost when they move the item on you.
I get very confused when things aren't exactly the right way that my brain expects them.
The right way. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here at Elikatira, and we have I was going to say summer, but it's not. It's Summit.
Summit.
Oh, it's Summit.
Romper.
I can read. Summit. Summit Romper. It's like, it's Summit.
Summit.
Just like Tobias. Tobias and Summit.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we
get there in the end.
So this is fits Lara, Legacy, and Reborn, so that means I can wear it. And then you can buy it down here, and it's 50 Linden for all of these, right?
It's 50 Linden for all of them, yes.
Oh, that's fun. I'm buying it, of course. I'll try it. So and so not hair this time, and it was they had a top before.
It was a top before. It pushed out. We expected it not to work quite right, and it did not. But we weren't mad about it. We didn't expect it to. No. But a romper, I think this one may.
It might.
It depends how it depends how that fold underneath the bust kind of works. But yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up, and then I'm good to go. Are you ready?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
See, now you're doing the thing where you hem and haw at the end, and I'm like, oh, you want to say something more? No, you just want to drag out that you're ready.
I was thinking, but you may not have the cling on, the booty cling, because we could just walk over.
I know, Friday. I don't have the booty cling on. I could fade to black and put it on, but my only complaint about the booty cling is it really makes my butt jut out.
Yeah.
And so I know you don't mind, but for my silhouette, it's a bit much. It really makes like a shelf.
Yeah.
And so I was like, So, So anyway, I'm going to pick this up, and I guess Friday is next because you want to walk over there, right?
Well, we are going to walk over there, but we don't have to.
We're going to fade, because I got to buy it and stuff. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to fade, and then we'll show up at Friday.
Yes.
All right. To quote Tour, every booty's over here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Checking out
there's a
what's
fair
on
amount of people
Friday.
over here. Although this gal in the ripped pants is like, she's my kind of girl. Look at her busting through those pants. So I know
Yep.
you approve.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and her short little friend is cute too because she's thick.
Yeah, I like that look.
Yeah. All right, so back to Friday. We have Pale September Boots 2 in ink and Pale September 2 Boots, or Boots 2 in Trail Dust. And, I was going to say, and they probably don't fit me, but wrong, they do. Because I'm like, yeah, my Trail Legacy, whatever. What? Does that say
My Trail
Reborn?
Legacy Reborn.
Wow, sold. Like, this is the kind of boot I was looking for because, like I've said a few times, I am role-playing in Gore right now, and in Gore, you can't wear heels.
Yeah.
So somebody on the sim will be like, hey, you can't wear heels in Gore. But anyway, so these will be perfect. So no problem.
Yeah, and they have it in ink and Trail Dust colors.
I love the name of that brown. Trail
I
Dust.
do too.
That is very clever. So, yeah, I'm sold. I was ready to just read it off and be like, yeah, everybody else who wears Lara and Legacy, have at it. But nope, I'm included this time. Thank you,
Woo!
Friday.
That's fantastic.
Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. We are at Ghoul, and you were telling me I can push in because oftentimes it's like tits out.
A lot of times it is, but not
So-
with the mermaid top.
Because she's got a strap on. You know. I'm like, good thing she has a strap on.
Yep.
Yep. I can hear your face in your hand.
It was.
Yeah, I could hear it. I could absolutely hear it, and so could everybody else. So.
I always enjoy reading their little blurbs.
Please do.
So let's see. Winter is here, but who says we can't have a little fun under the sea? This fresh version of the very popular Ran hybrid makes you not just a gorgeous mermaid by right of birth, but also enhances your natural glittery beauty with flittery pastel colors in pearlescent manner and colors. Who doesn't want to be a mermaid?
Okay, but what I don't understand is if you were a mermaid, you'd have a tail. Lower portion would be a tail. How would this even work?
It would be. Maybe you have to get that add-on from some other crazy store.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this fits here. Reborn, Legacy, and my Trail. So I too can wear a shirt and a strap.
And you can adjust the shine to your liking, apparently.
So pink, blue, snow, and lilac. And are they each individual 50? Because last time they kind of messed with me. Like I thought it's 4, but it was really 2. And it was like a double pack. And so I don't know what I'm looking at. So can you tell me if it's 4 separate packs?
Sure. This appears to be 2 packs.
Uh-huh. See?
So it's the 2 on top and the 2 on bottom.
Gotcha.
It is not clear.
I know. It looks like 4 separate things. And that's what happened to me when I went to try to buy it. And it was like...
I guess that's what they're saying in the text up above. Available in 2 packs. Each pack includes 2 colors, but the vendor signs definitely could do a better job of making that self-evident.
And that's what got me last time. So I was trying to buy 4 and it kept giving me money back. They're saying, no, you can't buy it. I'm like, why not?
I want it.
It's like, no, we won't take your Lindens. You already bought it. I'm like, but why? Here are my monies. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, I will pick up both, and then at some point I will put this on and see how it goes.
All right.
All right, are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tour. I know where we are. I mean, I'm over asking you where are we, because unless I really don't know.
Yeah. You're just done.
Just dive in.
You know where we are.
I know where we are. I'd have to. So, because I know all these stores, and sometimes it's when they redesign where I'm like, wait, where are we? Because I don't look at the note card. We have a system worked out where you've got the note card, you've got the the teleports. I'm just here for the ride,
Yeah,
And
but you still know where we are.
I absolutely know where we are. And
Yeah.
what's amusing to me is when you don't, and there's a giant sign behind you that says where we are.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often.
It
but
doesn't,
it
but
is amusing.
when it does, it's very amusing.
I get very flustered.
Yes, you do. Okay, so half deer, and they have some romantic things. We have rose candles. Those are pretty.
They are very pretty. 2
versions, 2 land impact. Flame can turn on or off with touch. So, and it looks like you can have them separate, so like 2 pieces, right?
It appears that you can change the textures of those pieces independently. So you have the
you can't
like,
take them
holder.
apart?
Well, maybe you can take them apart.
Because, you know, you can have candles that's just the rose like that, without the stem.
True.
And in the picture, they're showing them separated.
They are, but they're showing them separated where they say texture change.
I know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna have to find out who's right.
Yeah, I don't think they can be separated.
I think they are separated.
That's fine.
Like, you can think that, but you would be wrong. So, anyway, so 50 linden for that, and you have a tall or a short.
Yeah.
Right? And then over here you have the lovely heart garland, which initially I thought we have heart chairs, but we don't. It's the garland, right?
Yeah, it's just the garland.
Why is it the spicy set? Do they have a different like color that's called something else?
I do not know.
You know, this I'm gonna put this up at Blanche Farms because you know how we were talking about the lights? I have to take the lights down and I'm gonna put these up.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah.
Yes, you or me, whoever.
These are great.
Yeah, because the other lights that I have there are half deer. They're Christmas
and they're
lights.
the same arrangements where you have these the vertical streamers and you have these long sagging ones.
Sagging. You seem to say that with a bit of emphasis.
I like it.
Oh, I know. Oh, you mean the garland?
Yes, also that.
All right, I'm going to buy both of these, and I can't wait to put these up because I, too, love when we hang lights at Blanche Farms, and I don't want it just to be for Christmas. So I hope, half deer, that you have lights for every occasion all year long, which I kind of think you do. So we'll find out.
We'll certainly find out, yeah.
Maybe we'll be shamrocks or something next month after next. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's the plan. All right.
Yes.
Anything else before I pick these up and we move along?
Nope. All good.
Tour.
Yes.
Did we decide to stop fliffing and go home?
No, we decided to settle on this couch, and this couch amuses me greatly.
Why?
I don't think you know why.
No, I don't, actually. I was just going to say, we're here at Heaux, but now you've intrigued me. Why?
We are at Heaux.
But why does this couch amuse you?
I'm very amused by this couch because it is blocking a curtain that you once hid behind when it was the tour show.
It was, yes. I was behind this curtain, and I think this couch was behind the curtain. Like, I think I'm not
sure the couch was there at all. Something was blocking you from going further into the room back there for sure. It could have been the couch. I thought it was like just blocked off with like a prim or something.
And where's this? Is this table? Look at the coffee thing next to it. Where's that
from? It's a whole coffee set.
It's not Moss and Mink, right?
This is a Consignment and Dust Bunny collab.
Then I have this. This is the one I put up in my office in Stratagem.
And it's a great one.
But I didn't get it in this color because it doesn't fit the palette. But I was like, this is a great coffee set. I should get it. Wait, I did.
It doesn't match the colorway.
Right? We're both adopting that word. It doesn't match the colorway. I don't know why. It's a D8. Was it Dysfunctionality? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Dysfunctionality.
It was a Dysfunctionality word. We have to look it up and see what country uses that word because colorway.
Well, it's spelled with a U, so
it's
not going to be American.
Not American. I know. I noticed that too. But that word has intrigued me because I think neither one of us has heard of that
Neither one
word.
of us has heard of or heard that used before.
And
I'm sure it is a word.
Both of us are fans of words.
Yes.
So.
But we are at Heaux.
We are, and they have Luna.
They have Luna.
And she is lovely, as always, and it's shown on the Luca Evo X Avalon. And we have 2 colors down here, Icy and Sienna. Is that their own color or is that velour?
These are velour tones.
Because velour is the way to go, apparently.
Velour is everywhere.
And velour is all around us.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that's a lovely skin. We're not in the market for a skin right now, and I don't think anyone we know is. So, but it's always nice to have a skin on the FLF list because, as we've often remarked, skins used to be way expensive.
They did.
They were quite an investment back in the day in 2007 or thereabouts. And they've become much more affordable since. So, you know.
And especially if you get them on 50 Linden Friday.
That's right. All right. Are we ready to get up off this couch and move along?
We are.
All right, Tor. We are at Hilted. And they have Mecha 3.0.
A robot. Giant
Not
robot.
surprised. I feel like you have this one.
It looks familiar. Let me check. I do. I have a Bora edition, which may be different from this one.
Okay, this dog has the little googly eyes on its butt. Do you see this?
I do.
So
I do.
Around the tail, so it looks like a nose.
Yep.
That's
pretty funny.
Adorable.
The dog also has vampire teeth.
That is a cute avatar.
It is. Wow.
Yep. All right, so Mecha 3.0, 5 Linden would be a lie. It's actually 45 more Linden than that. So 50 Linden for
50 Linden,
all
and
of
you
it.
get 6 colors.
Yep.
Of the mecha. I'm gonna grab this just because it is a different pack of colors. So yeah, I think that's. I mean, we've unpacked this, and it's definitely an interesting one.
Yep, I'll pick it up too, so we can be matchy, even in mechas.
Yeah. Shall I demo it?
Of course, go for it.
Okay, let me see if
because it's behind the wall. It looks like.
Oh, okay. So maybe I need to AO off. Hello.
Hi, look at you.
I'm up here now. I'm gonna go walking around a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, I guess I have you still.
I'll follow you. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
And little dogs running around. And my dog is barking.
Interesting.
Yeah, look, I'll just walk underneath you. Walk some more.
Right.
Walk back.
Okay.
I want to see my avatar turn around. There she goes. See? It kind of works. She's spazzing out a little bit. There she goes. She's like, wait for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then they have a different one for Happy Weekend. And they're both res behind the wall so you can see them.
Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a minute, that little dog was chasing you like a dog would chase a car. That was fun. So, although that dog makes me want to put googly eyes on my dog's butts. But my dogs don't have short little nubby tails, so it may not work right.
Or on yours.
Mine? You know, that's funny because we've seen that in SL. Some people have had the googly eyes on their butt.
And it was very amusing.
It was, yeah. Okay. So we're done here at Hilted, and we're going to move along.
Yes.
All right. We are here at Lock&Tuft. It took me a minute because I happened to look around. They've changed the room up too. Like it didn't look like this before. So did you find this confusing?
Well, no, they dropped me like right here where everything was.
And our friend, the googly-eyed pup, Google Butt, is here.
Good. I'm glad.
So cute. Okay, so we have these black heart lolly, red heart lolly, belt slapper, and belt slapper in black and brown.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe that's what that guy was demoing who left just before we.
The heart has a razor blade in it. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, geez.
And
we don't like candy with a razor blade.
No, I like my candy with like razor blade free. It's yummier that way. So, and I'm gonna say now that these belt slapper things bring back traumatic childhood memories. I'm not buying these, and I'm not getting a lollipop with a razor blade in it.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know how many of our viewers had corporal punishment in their childhood. I did.
Yeah.
And the belt was the number one tool. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, doesn't sound like a conversation you want to get into.
Well, let's just say it's proven ineffective. Don't do it, guys.
Oh, absolutely. I think most people in this day and age know that corporal punishment is not going to
A surprising number don't.
I know.
But I imagine most of our viewers do.
Yes, I would agree with that. I know that most people, I'd like to think most people understand that beating your child is not the way to go when they've done something that's out of line. But that's a debate for another time, I suppose. But it's really not a debate for me, so you could just debate it all you want, but I don't agree. So,
though obviously these are not intended to be used for parenting; they're to be used in the bedroom.
That's right.
Which is a whole different sort of use.
Yeah. Which I would also still not be interested because of my childhood trauma.
Okay, I mean, fair enough.
You're like, let it go, Lala. We're trying to sell items.
It's certainly one that's more fun, and yeah.
So maybe if you like a belt in the bedroom, here you go. If you like a rather aggressive lollipop, there you go.
Yeah, don't eat razor blades, guys.
I think we should probably move along.
All right.
Tour?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay down there? Let's check on you. Do you know why I'm asking you if you're okay?
I suspect because this is somewhere strange and new.
Yeah. Where are we?
We're in Modulus.
How old are you?
Modulus is...
Anyway, sorry.
Over 40 now.
Oh! No. You're just a baby. You're not over 40. Okay.
Anyway.
So, this is Dexter.
They're no longer on the beach house.
No.
So this is a new skybox build, warehouse sort of thing that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got...
No more deals under the stairs?
Yeah, you don't have to shop under the stairs anymore.
You don't have to fight with the seagulls
Yep.
Yeah. They got hair bases. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff in here.
And I will say they definitely are going for a manly gym sort of aesthetic. They've got a little steam vent around in the center of the room with benches around it.
I saw that.
Which is kind of cool.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a nice build. I don't know if it's intended as their final build or if this is just a transition one. I could see either way. Sometimes you do a quick box like this while you're redoing the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it's a permanent build, I think this is definitely an easier space to shop than the last one, and I feel like it's a good aesthetic that they've got.
Yeah, I agree. So they have a wall of sales, and I was starting to talk about Dexter, but Dexter is actually not the FLF item. It's
the one up top.
What I would say Andreas.
Andreas.
But Andreas, I don't know how you would say it if it's not
I like
Latin.
your pronunciation. It's much more fun. Andreas.
Andreas.
And we've got Cormac.
Cormac, yes. So those both for Fat Pack, 50 Linden each. That's a deal. And then
it is.
Down below, we'll just talk about everything. Saturday sale has Gunner and Elias. And Gunner is, messy and fun.
Yeah.
Not as voluminous. I'm really digging your voluminous messy hair today.
I love this one. Yeah,
that was a good choice. And then we've got Dexter for the men's department weekend sale with a little hat.
Yeah.
So, and then
good
this
options all around.
Yeah, and this floor and this stand I'm in is also a good illustration of this dress and why I love it so much.
Oh yeah.
The way it just spills out onto the floor like that. It's just so realistic. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so there are a lot of good options here. I have a feeling you're probably not picking any of them up because they're not quite big enough or messy enough for you.
You would be correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I do like them. They're just not quite. I mean, you and I both like the bigger hairs, so.
Yep. The bigger and the messier, the better.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Are we ready
So
to move
we'll
on?
keep rolling. Yep.
Okay. All right, tour. We're at Pitaya,
We are at Pitaya.
but I'm fascinated with the sound of shoes. Like, that's a very old SL thing to do. Like, just every shoes to make the heel sounds, walking around in heels. Like, to me, that was all the rage, like, back in 2007. So, they kind of go in the category with, like, well, I'm going to say bling and flexi, and I'm like, yes, I know I'm wearing flexi, points to my head. But not bling and not shoes that click. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, and this kind of flexi, I think Analog Dog does well. So,
Yes,
it just
I would
gives
agree.
a little bit more realism to the hair. So, it's a flexi done well. It's not like my clothes are flexi, although sometimes that's done well also.
Yeah, you have managed to pull that off. But
Yeah.
you're talking about when that was just everywhere, even when it didn't make sense, just
Right.
because it was new
Mm-hmm.
and everyone wanted to make a flexi everything.
Flexi, bling, and clicky shoes. That takes me back.
Yep.
So, but we're at Pitaya, and I was just distracted because that clicky sound. But and it's lovely flowers. Look at that.
Yeah, a little bouquet of flowers. in a
So one's
vase.
holdable, right? It looks like the way
Yeah,
it's laying
one's
there.
holdable and one is
In a vase, as you
yeah,
said.
in a vase.
In a vase. You made it sound fancy. It's in a vase. No, it's in a vase. So again, I'm gonna put this out to the people. Vase or vase? Which one is it? Is it like an East Coast, West Coast kind of thing?
It could be an East Coast,
On
West
the
Coast
East
kind of
Coast,
thing.
they say Tobias and vase. And on the West Coast, it's Tobias and vase. And apparently, Sumit. So
Sumit.
Sumit. But
Oh gosh.
anyway, so 50 linen each, just 2 color variations, so the red or the pink.
Yep.
And that's lovely. I'm gonna pick that up because it's really pretty.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I picked up the pink. It's more just like wildflowers because you got the pink, the pastel, the yellow.
Yeah.
I like the different colors. So that's the one I picked up.
I camped back and I saw this really muscular chick with her boobs out. So I was like, whoa, push in, push in.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
we're good then. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up these, only 50 linen each, and I love some Pitaya, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll keep moving.
Oh, look, it looks like our arms are crossed. That is so cute. That's adorable.
Aw.
Oh, our avatars are so cute. Oh, way to ruin it. Let's just punctuate it with a big old belch. And I'm just here, look at my avatar, looks satisfied. She's like, oh, what a relief. So glad I got that out. Thanks for helping me with that. But now the moment's gone. All right. Let's move along then, shall we?
Yep.
All right, Tor. We're at Pixicat, and I'm dying to know if you are going to tell me if this is in Reborn too, because the sign says it isn't. So this is the Maya dress, Maitreya Legacy Hourglass Freya. And
Well, I'd better confirm.
is there
Let's
anything
see.
else in there?
Reborn.
What?
We've got Reborn.
They need to update their signs. You know how much stuff I probably missed because it didn't say Reborn until like one of our viewers said, "Hey, that is actually in Reborn." And so now we know
Pixicat,
that Pixicat
please.
doesn't update their signs.
Pixicat, you're shooting yourselves right in the
I
foot here.
like this. Now, normally I wouldn't go for like an Asian style. I like the tiger one because it's not like overly Asian. The one in the back with the dragons, to me, that's really Asian. But
Right.
there's enough going on here with just the cut of the dress, the way it's kind of open and off to the side, that it moves enough away from your traditional Asian styling into something a little bit maybe more contemporary or versatile for other people who maybe aren't into just a strict kind of Asian style.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I
Yeah.
would not have expected you to. I would not have pegged you to feel that way, though.
Yeah, well, it's because, like I said, that other dress has,
Yeah,
some
it's got a
aspects
lot
I'm
going on.
interested in.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
so you're gonna give it a shot.
I am, because it's interesting because for me a lot of it is it's just cultural appropriation. So
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm Latina, I really, and I'm not saying that obviously if you enjoy, the Asian culture and Asian style and whatever, I don't think you're like appropriating, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's a bigger conversation for another time.
yeah. It's more that you want to be sure you both understand and respect what you're wearing. I think.
Yes. See, I
Um,
knew you could say it better.
yeah. Whereas some people just say, "Hey, that looks cool," and they just embrace it for that, which, there is certainly value in that. But I understand wanting to fully like respect the material.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to pick this up and we're going to move along.
Okay.
All right, Tori, I got like our new friend in frame, and she's not
Okay.
our new friend, but she's very curvy and we appreciate her.
Yes, we do.
She got a cute chubby face. She's trying on some things. I see other clothes flying on. Probably
Yeah.
pants that her
Oh,
massive
she's
thighs are
trying on some
busting
jeans
out.
to blow out of. Yeah.
Yep. We can appreciate that. Okay.
Excellent.
But that's not for sale here. We are at Rain, and I believe it's these boots.
It is these boots.
Gia boots.
They've
Those
got
are
these
cool.
little interesting plastic peak window things, I
Yeah.
think.
I'm getting those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legacy Reborn Kupra, Maitreya, Slink, and Beliza. Fat pack for 50 Linden? Yes.
Fat pack for 50 Linden, yeah.
Yes. That's sold.
That is absolutely a steal.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I have those pants too, because they look familiar on her friend. So I keep circling back to her because her eye keeps...
I think you do.
She's catching my eye.
It's Rowley.
Yeah. Rowley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So her top's cute too. I like that necklace. She got a good look overall. Although I think the hair is going through her boobs, but not terribly. You know what the problem is? Her arms are too short. She needs longer arms. Anyway, sorry, we're not doing shaping right now. Sorry. Okay, so I'm picking up these boots, and I think we're moving along.
And
right?
we're rolling on. Yep.
All right, roll on. Tour. Are you okay?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, but you know why I'm asking you if you're okay?
I do.
Why?
Because this place is also changed up where the flip sale is.
Right, this is Roslyn, not what I was saying, Rosemary.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, you are still confused because you're mixing up Roslyn with Rosary.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am.
You'll get there at the end.
Oh my god. All right, this is Roslyn.
Yes, but if you came out of this, you can actually see that this cave is well labeled with a big glowing weekend sales sign at the entrance and glowing arrows pointing in. And it made it very, very easy to find. And I appreciate that because I'm easily confused.
Which you're totally not, but... Okay, so Roslyn. So for the Happy Weekend, they have the set that was for sale at the Flifty. And then they have Rue, which I guess is... What is that? Look at Rue. What?
Ooh,
Coffee on the
you need
go?
that.
Hello? Why have I not seen this in real life? Like, why can I not get a donut and a coffee like that?
You need that.
Wow, Rue. Sold. Okay. And yeah, I like this little like cave alcove thing we're in.
Yeah, it's great.
And they've got nice lighting, so like it actually looks like nighttime in the desert. I like how close we're standing together right now. Like,
I do too.
That's so cute. Like we want to hold hands. You're not going to ruin this moment too, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Because we're choking on fumes over here because this gal keeps spraying herself with perfume. So it's like, what is that noise? And she's like, spray, spray, spray.
Yeah.
And she has now she has her own special friend next to her. It's her daddy. they're staring us down like, yeah, what of it? I'm gonna choke you out with this perfume. Okay, so Roslyn, Arden midi dress. That's very nice.
Yeah, it's got the asymmetry up there.
Cooper, Legacy, Maitreya, and Reborn. So yes, please. Fat
It's
pack.
got some nice wrinkles in it, which I think will look nice.
So 50 linden per color, and then how much for the fat pack?
Good question. Fat pack is 800.
Okay.
Which I don't. Maybe 10. Well, it says 10 plus colors, which isn't an exact number.
No, it's not. But it's more that they have out. So
it's more than they have out.
That's right.
Some number greater than, number greater than 10 colors.
Yep. It's a mystery. Buy it and find out. So I'm gonna buy it and find out because I that's a deal, and I like this dress a lot. So
it is, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go buy that coffee at Rue.
Yes, and you already have the Rory Lounge set from
do.
the 50.
I most certainly do.
Yep. All right, perfect.
All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, we have made it to This Is Wrong.
Now, I do want to say the location landmark in the note card is wrong, so you'll have to actually just
wait.
up.
So the landmark for This Is Wrong is wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
So you teleported and you're like, wait, this is wrong.
Exactly.
And it literally was. Maybe that's the joke.
Maybe that's the joke. So yeah, you'll have to just look it up on places or use your handy landmark because I'm sure people who shop FLF have shopped there before.
Yes. So they have a neck tattoo. It's the Technic tattoo. Technic tattoo. So it's black and red, fresh and faded for Lelutka Evo X.
Yes.
So 50 linden, you get both colors. But then I was also distracted by the item. That's the Happy Weekend because they have it on display over here. So it's something that's animated behind you as well as on your skin. I think that's a neat effect.
Very interesting. It is. And this gal who's next to us is actually modeling the Technic tattoo in the faded variation. Okay. Although she also has gems. Oh, never mind. That's fine.
She left. I was trying to cam on her. But I was looking back at the Happy Weekend item. So they have it in a lot of different colors. And is it like 60 linden each?
It is 60 linden each, yeah.
So it's Infernal, Tattoo, and Fire.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a tattoo that bleeds the glowy bit behind you onto your skin. That's very cool.
I think that is really cool.
Very.
So, all right. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I think I might pick up one of the Infernal
I think
things.
I will
I don't know what color, but
maybe we'll talk about it.
All right.
All right, not all the textures are loaded, and I don't care because the items are. So we've got Trompe L'oeil, like we know. It's apparently still Christmas here, and that's okay. And we have the, how would you say that?
Aliani Ranch Cottage.
It's best I leave the talking to you today, I think. Because I can't get our names right. And I was commenting to you before that I'm lucky that my name does not begin with an R because I'd be fucked. So, anyway, and then so we have the Easton Restored Barn, which is really cool. So both of those things are 50 linden, when normally it's like 575 and 475 respectively.
Yeah.
So
those are great deals, and we love a Trompe L'oeil build. They are always high quality.
Yes. And as I was telling you when I first got here and waiting for things to res, the lower picture wasn't even res and I was already paying it.
Yep.
So I was like, it's something good, I know it. And sure enough, look at that, Restored Barn. Because we collect barns.
Oh, yes, we do.
Well, we collect a lot of things. But whenever there's a barn, we're trying to snatch that up. So
have to. Because
we mix up our builds over at Unity. And it's coming very handy, the collecting of barns.
It has. It's come in extremely handy. Because, it's also useful to have kind of builds of all different sort of dimensions because sometimes you need to fit into a uniquely shaped space. So, I do appreciate that this barn in particular has kind of a smaller footprint.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, both of us have purchased these things. So.
Okay.
Are we ready to
we'll
go?
Keep going.
All
yep.
right. All right, Tour. We are at your store, also known as
Tylie.
Tylie. And this is cool. I don't think you have this. You don't have a puff bomber.
I don't have a puff bomber.
And I was wearing a puffy jacket like this today.
Oh yeah.
In First Life, yep. I have
Nice.
a nice little puff jacket I enjoy on the chillier days. So, do you have a puff jacket in First Life?
I don't have one in First Life.
Is it because you live in Florida?
Yeah, I would say that would be the primary reason.
But doesn't it get cold in Florida?
Not meaningfully enough to require like a jacket like that.
So it's not puff jacket cold.
It's not puff jacket cold, no.
Okay, well.
But I did recently go through and found a bunch of coats and jackets that didn't fit anymore, didn't need anymore, and gave those out. So
okay.
People were able to have a slightly warmer time of it.
Yeah, for you mean the unhoused?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they could definitely benefit from some jackets.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I was going to say is, I'm in Southern California, and there's been a lot of weather lately, which I am not upset about because it's always hot and dry and sunny. And I love rain. I love cold. Don't love the wind so much.
Would you describe some of that wind as inclement?
Yes, I would. Although technically, I guess inclement would mean more wet than windy. But
true.
In my education or my experience as an educator, anytime it wasn't sunny and hot, it's inclement. So that could be rain, that could be wind, that could be excessive heat. It's all inclement if it's not just like a perfect, I don't know, anywhere between, I would say upwards of 75 to 95 degrees. If it's not in that little window, it's inclement to some degree.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah.
That's funny.
So I'm honestly really enjoying this time period, leading into the holiday season, starting around December-ish, and that it's still going on, and we're actually expecting some more rain this weekend. And I'm like, yes. And people are like, no. And then the only time I don't like rain is when school's in session. So it can rain all you want on the weekend, but if I have to deal with kids in the rain, it's a bit less fun for me.
Sure.
Because the kids lose their mind. They just it's not about learning, it's about how can I absolutely soak myself? How can I jump in this big puddle and wet my classmates and make them cry?
Oh my god.
That's what it becomes. And I see puddles and I'm just like, no. And sure enough, somebody's in it. So, and I'm telling you, I don't work with the smallest of children. So,
I know. Yeah.
It's not like I'm talking about kindergartners, although they will absolutely do that. But fifth graders, just as likely. So.
Yeah, I mean, going into even my teen years, I always enjoyed riding my bike through a good puddle, launching water.
Yeah. I have kids who will go outside and open their mouths to catch as much water in their mouth as they can.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
fair.
I have kids who are doing that to the water that's pouring off the eaves. And I'm like, no, that's the worst water. No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, trying to just stop children from poisoning themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's can my job get harder? Yes. So, anyway. So, did you pick these up in red and black?
Yes. I picked
50
these
Linden
up, yes.
each. Okay. Do they have more colors? Is there a full set? Let me pull back.
There is two camera left.
I see. Camera left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at all those colors. Did you just pick up the 2 for FLF, or did you pick up more colors?
I picked up the 2 for FLF. They are normally $200 for a single color, and it is $1,100 for a fat pack.
Okay, very good. I'm look forward to seeing you wear this and pretend that you're in chilly Southern California.
Yes.
Are you ready for moving on?
Yes.
Okay. All right, tour. We are at Vespertine, and they have plants. But that's just fun. Look at, it's what I mean, right? It's not just plants. It's like interesting hanging plants. I don't know. How would you describe this?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to describe it, and I gave up, and I decided to look up how they describe it.
Okay,
so
how do
the one
they?
on the left, they call a hanging kokedama and mini orange tree.
Okay.
The one on the right is, it's also the hanging kokedama, but it is asparagus.
Interesting.
I have never heard of a kokedama.
Okay.
So I'm curious what that actually is. A kokedama is a Japanese moss ball.
Oh.
It is the practice of taking a root ball of a plant and suspending it in a mud ball, which is then coated with soft green moss, and it is used as a type of organic planter. Interesting.
That is fun.
Neat.
Look at Vespertine teaching us things.
Yes, they have done the moss ball technique and put in an little orange tree and a little asparagus sprout. So it's functional. You can eat off that.
Huh. Well, that's important.
Mm-hmm. And
right.
your snacks in your house.
Yeah, and now you have me imagining if it's going to be like an M&M tree or like a Snickers tree. I don't think it will be.
Some creator needs to get creative with that.
Too bad you don't build shit too like that,
Oh, gosh, I wish.
If you did, we would be in trouble, but you would also be making a whole crap ton of lindens.
I probably would.
Yep. And I don't think it's past you. I think you could probably do it. It's just very time consuming.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a whole skill set that I don't currently have. I'd have to delve into.
But I don't put it past you. You're a very talented person.
Yeah. So. Well, so that is Vespertine. So
I'm gonna pick him
next?
Up. What next? What next? Let's find out.
Very good.
Okay, I want to make sure to capture this girl right here because I was trying to frame our shot and her chubby butt got in the way. And I was like, oh, excuse me. Hello. Who are you? And look at her. She's our kind of people. She got her jelly roll or juicy rolls on. She's got her soft thighs on, the cellulite. And so I'm like,
absolutely love this.
I'm loving her whole look, except for those crazy ass heels. But they're pretty. Like they're pretty heels if they weren't crazy tall.
They work with her look.
They do.
And she's got her belly on display there.
Yeah. And then I like that
that's a fun look.
Where did her piercing come from? Because that's obviously one that, I mean, maybe does it work with, because that's
the
juicy
nose
roll.
One?
No, juicy roll.
No.
She's got a belly piercing.
Oh, you're right.
So
that is skelly bones.
Okay. Type that in the chat.
It is rigged for juicy rolls.
Of course it is, because that has to be like that in order for it to work.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, right, so do I.
This is what I mean. We go out and we don't de-render people and we learn from them.
Yes.
So she's got a great
look. What a great look.
Love it, girl. You're killing it. And I want to be like you. Okay. Anyway, so we're at what next? And at first, when we got here, I'm like, oh, I have this already. And I was like, no, you don't, Lala, because this is Valentine's coffee. I have the Santa version. So I am totally buying
These
this.
These are fun.
Because I wore my Santa cup for a while.
You did.
Because I am all about the coffee and cake pops, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Except I would need like a whole fistful of cake pops. Like it should be one hand holding the coffee and the other hand holding a fistful of cake pops. Because that would be more accurate.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and I don't like when my cake pops get melty. Like when you put it next to something hot, it's gonna get flat on one side. I've learned this.
You just have to make sure that you eat it quickly enough.
Well, yeah, but if you're holding a fistful of cake pops, you need some time.
True.
So, okay, so I'm totally buying that. And then we have the spring, what now? Spring bloom. Daffodil plant. Oh, those are cute.
These are great.
Yeah.
These are really nice. I can definitely find places to put these.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna buy at least the coffee. I'll leave the plants to you because that's more That's more plant decorating stuff. But I'm gonna get the coffee for sure.
Yeah.
So.
I got both of those, so yeah, we're good.
Okay, very good. So now it's time for closing thoughts, right?
Yes.
All right, so are you going to take us back to that one sim that wasn't the sim that I thought we were going to, but still a very nice sim?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're back at the sim we started on, which is called what again?
This is Eternal Retreat.
Eternal Retreat. It's very lovely.
It's got a bunch of lovely spots to stop at.
I'm surprised you didn't take us to the fries.
Yeah, well, so the issue that I had up there was there were some strange alpha things that some of the trees were doing that I did not care for.
Gotcha. So that's really why we're not up there.
That's one of the reasons.
Because if there was food out, you tend to make sure I'm next to it.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, so here we are at the close of the video. So that means I hand it over to you for first life things, which you have alluded to at the beginning of this video. And even in preparing for this segment of the video, you are indicating that it's going to be rather weighty.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just say if you're not in a good headspace,
Check out now.
It may be a good time to just tune out and say, you know, that was a fun flip video. I'm gonna keep having a good day.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna cover two things that are directly related to each other. So the first one is I want to talk about the what's happening up in Atlanta. So if people do not know, back in 2020, of course, George Floyd was killed by police, and there were a number of protests about the sudden awareness people had of police violence and such. And different cities and states responded to this in different ways. Well, Georgia developed a plan and now are starting to roll out part of that plan, which is to flatten a large, like 90 acres of Atlanta forest to build effectively a fake city wherein police can practice military tactics that presumably they would be using on civilians. That is, it's a faux urban environment where they can practice breaking into places and, you know, doing shootout type stuff around corners or whatever else. These are tactics that should only be used in a military context against enemy combatants. The fact that a domestic police force feels the need to use them suggests they see civilians as a opposing military force. There's no other way to interpret that in my mind. The fact that they saw this as a useful answer to protests about police violence says a lot about how they actually intend to resolve it. Their current trajectory is pursuing absolute subjugation of the population rather than actually addressing the problem. It's worth stating also that the cost of this is upwards of like close to $100 million, with then operating costs on top of that. For that amount of money, they could instead choose to house and feed the entire homeless population of Atlanta, which would, we know from all data, have a much better impact on reducing crime in that area. Because addressing food and housing insecurity always shows a reduction in corresponding reduction in criminal activity. So that is some ongoing. I bring this up because there's an ongoing protest in Atlanta against the construction of this thing that was set in motion in 2020, and they're only now starting to break ground on it. And that, of course, has resulted in clashes with the police and at least one fatality so far that I'm aware of. So it's likely going to get worse. There are 19 protesters who are facing domestic terror charges. This is for protesting against the destruction of forest to build effectively a training ground for police to use new and more creative ways of deploying violence against civilians. It's a perfectly good thing to protest against, and people presumably have a right to protest, but as we continue to see, that is really depends on the mood of police and the state. In the backdrop of all of this, I wanted to highlight Tyre Nichols, who was recently stopped at a traffic stop and, for apparently good reason, feared for his life, tried to flee, and was instead caught and beaten to death by 5 officers, just blunt force kicking, punching until he was dead from it. This because this I knew it was going to be bad. I have a tendency to try and stare into the abyss on these sort of things. And the reason why I kind of paused and the reason why I kind of had that weird energy both at the start of the video and stuff is I had the misfortune of putting myself through watching the body cam footage, which was released today, and it was worse than even my imagination had played out. And I do not recommend people look into that. We will be including a link to a GoFundMe for a memorial fund that his mother is trying to put together. But one thing that I kind of want to touch on is, like, this death is extremely violent and, of course, extremely tragic. It is one of those that is catching the public's attention. But we also know that in the United States, a person is killed by police about 3 to 4 people per day that we know of. So even in the course of recording this video, someone else will have died at police hands. Whether they are shot, whether they have their necks crushed, whether they're beaten to death, the end result is a dead body. And that's not even including people who are just disabled by or maimed through interactions. And that figure hasn't decreased since 2020. And like, these two things are linked. We continue to see the answer to protests against climate change, against abortion rights, against the treatment of Black people, against poverty itself. The answer to that is very often, let's just get more police so that we can just subjugate these people, make them shut up, make them go back to their homes, make them go back to work, or go to jail, and that's the end of it. The answer is always just not to address the grievance or the problem, but to try and silence the people trying to call it out. And I know I said a few videos ago about that we need to recognize what is actually being advocated for in these protest movements, because there's always a strong effort by police and unfortunately a blind parroting of those statements by the media to just demonize protesters whenever things go violent. But these things keep happening. People keep getting killed through this police militarization, and the problems that exist in society keep existing without any sign of progress. So yeah, people are going to continue to rally against that, and they are right to do so. So yeah, I am going to put 3 links into this video. One, the Memorial Fund. One is a story that talks a bit about who Tyler was, as well as a bit about his encounter with police and his death. But mostly it talks a bit about him as a person, which I think is always important. And one about the cop city, the training facility they want to build. So yeah. So that's it. Those are the 2 converging topics that I wanted to cover.
The 2 very, very heavy topics. So I understand the energy that you were putting out at the beginning. I did not know ahead of time what you were going to be talking about, so I was a little concerned. I was like, what happened in the news today that I did not catch being at school all day? But the police city I was completely unaware of, so that's really interesting in a bad way. And then the other, I may have just generally been aware, but not to the degree that you were sharing tonight. So I always, I know I'm not alone in saying that I always value the time that you take at the end of our videos to, I don't want to say spotlight per se, but just like educate and remind us about what is happening in First Life that needs our attention, that are, some very disturbing things that need our attention and action. So I can't speak on it as deeply or as eloquently as yourself, but I don't see that as my role at this point in the video, right? I see it as to me it's that moment that I think is really important to give to the more serious of tour talks. Because even off video, I've asked you questions about various things happening in society, in the world, just kind of for your take on things, because I know that you spend a lot of time, researching and learning and educating yourself about these things. And I tap into that because you've done the work, so now you can educate me as opposed to me being the educator. I don't mind role reversal. So like I said, while I could tell that this particular one was harder for you than others in the past, I know how these things really affect you, and rightly so. So I appreciate you taking the time at the end of our videos to share what's going on in First Life for us, for our consumption. So
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to move us into thank yous.
Okay.
I know it's a weird shift, but it is what it is. So I am very appreciative to everyone who has made it through the video, even in any portion. If you get to this part or not, you wouldn't even know I'm thanking you, but I am. And I'm just very appreciative of the community that we're building and everyone who watches our videos, who likes, subscribes, comments, shares with friends. I look forward to the comments and just digging in and replying to people. Tour, I love when you get the opportunity to do so as well. It's always a special treat when Tour drops a comment as well, because he doesn't always circle back to the comments. Usually I just tell him stuff's happening or people have said something, and
I've been trying.
You've been better. You have. I'm not trying to dismiss that at all. I'm trying to be very supportive and encouraging of that, because I know people enjoy seeing the tour comments as well. So
yeah.
So there's my thank yous.
Okay. Well, and we will be doing the 50 tomorrow morning.
Yes. So there'll be more Blanche for your weekend.
Yes.
All right. Then we'll see you in the next video.
Yes.